Hi everybody, this is Miriam from Keto My Way. I'm back at work. That's why I didn't come on yesterday. Well, actually last night I had that class at the Apple store and I did learn how to do some things to the videos. So tonight I'm going to try to layer over a picture while I'm talking, and we'll see if it works, but there's more complicated things that I want to do. I actually already signed up for a second workshop because I knew that what I got from one workshop was just too much for me to process. But anyway, I got home really late last night and I was tired. And tonight I almost didn't check in, and I said no because one of my commitments this fall was to make these videos regularly. So here I am. I apologize in advance if I'm rambling. I tend to do that under the best of circumstances. And when I'm tired like this, who knows where this video is going to go. But anyway, I have some very exciting news. I think I talked about getting into Onederland, and I actually did it this morning. Yeah. Oh my God, it seems like so far away. I just had this whoosh of like 3 pounds out of nowhere. And actually that's the picture I'm going to try to layer over this so you can see the scale. My weight came down, and it's very funny because I was so hungry yesterday, and I get my days mixed up. I think it really was this morning. Okay. So anyway, yesterday I was really, really hungry all day long. And if I remember correctly, the last time I had a whoosh, and by a whoosh I mean more than 1/10 of a pound, I also was hungry. So I wonder if it's somehow, if you talk about set points, and I'm just thinking about this, I don't know from nothing. I wonder if it's your body's way of making you want to eat so that you don't drop the weight. And that's why I was so hungry. It was like if I had given in, I wouldn't have lost that weight. So anyway, it's just curious to think that that might be what it is. I actually did want to, I'm sorry, I'm keep up these glasses are like really heavy. I used to wear like very lightweight metal frames, and I find myself all the time going like this. So I apologize. And I apologize for that also. It's allergy season here. Speaking about seasons, if any of my watchers are in the path of Irma, I wish you the best of luck. I wish you safety. I wish you, health and safety for you and your whole family. Those of you who are in the Houston area, also my best wishes. I'm sorry, this unfortunately is hurricane season. We get hit once in a while up here in the Boston area, but we're safe. I mean, even if it's a bad hurricane, we're safe. And so I hope that all of you are safe. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about was I was talking with a couple of my friends actually, and it reminded me of an Everybody Loves Raymond episode, which I'm a fan of, even though the reruns are like 10 years ago. I love that show. And I remember he was saying to his wife about something, you zig, I zag. So I want to talk a little bit about zigzagging. I had told my friends that I was going back to tracking this month, or I may even have just said it on the video when they saw it on the video. And it was like, well, if you did so well with intuitive eating during the month of August and you lost weight, why the heck would you change it? But I'm a zigzagger, and I know that I've talked to you about, authority and that sort of thing. And I don't like to stick with one thing too long. I've been successful in things that I've done. So it's not that I don't know how to stick with things, but dieting is its own special circumstance. And I just feel that if I do something and I'm successful, if I stick with it, my nature is I get bored with it. I think I know better than what I'm doing. I get tired of it. I know better. I'm better off from my nature to switch things up. So I'm not saying that next month I won't do this mindful eating again. And maybe that's a very good pattern for me. Like 1 month, give over to the mindful eating. 1 month, give over to the tracking. 1 month, give up back to the mindful eating. But what I was trying to explain to my friends, that even though it sounds like zigzag, it's sort of like an amorphous thing, like a little bit here, a little bit there. And what I mean by that is when I'm tracking, I am keeping track to make sure that my carbs are under 20 and my protein stays around 50. Tonight I was 53 and that's fine. And then the fat to satiety, my satiety point is usually a 1.5 to 1 or a 2 to 1 ratio between fat and protein. And when I track it, it's more to see, I don't think I've ever really gone over carbs, but it's more to check protein. It's more to make myself confident that, oh, I can eat a little more of this. I'm a little hungry. I have room for some cream cheese. Or tonight I had a couple of carbs left over, but was out of everything else. And I had that kimchi that I had, it just topped off the meal and it was perfect. And so for me, it's just staying in range. The other day when I was hungry and I looked at everything and I said to my friends, I said, I'm out of food. And they're like, what does that mean? Don't you have like a full refrigerator? I says, no, I'm out of carbs and I'm out of protein and I'm not going to sit with a tub of butter, which I could do, but I'm not going to do that. And by staying true to what I tracked, that's where I had that big whoosh and I actually got into Onederland, which is just wonderful. So anyway, so the tracking sort of, the tracking really lets me know where I am during the day. But why I say it's not this, and more this, is that I still, when I track, I'm still only eating what I want to eat. So let's say I'm in the mood for a couple of dollops of sour cream. I'll have the couple of dollops of sour cream. I won't say, well, I planned this piece of cheddar cheese and so this is what I'm going to eat. If I feel like today, my husband picked cherry tomatoes from the garden and I've been staying away from the tomatoes. But I said, I want them. They're so delicious from the garden. I know they're very high carb, but I want them. And that was that free will kind of thing. But I put it in my tracker and I accounted it for it. And I didn't have something else that maybe I would have had. So I'm taking and eating what I want at the time I want it. But I'm cross-checking it against what do I have room for. So I'm tracking, but I'm free will eating. I don't even want to call it intuitive eating or I'm free will eating, but with the reins of tracking. And so that's where I am right now. Maybe next month I'll say, you know what, I'm not going to track. I just know where I'm going with my salads and I know where I'm going with my main dish and this and this. And part of the reason I wanted to get back to tracking is that I was successful in August, but I almost felt I was under eating. I would only take a small portion of something because, oh my God, I have to stay in 50 grams of carbs. Or I wouldn't have a piece of cheese because, that has 4 carbs and I don't know, I had a big salad today. So I almost felt I was under eating. So if I go from that eating to every once in a while tracking, it sort of puts everything in perspective and say, okay, I'm not under eating, I'm not overeating, I'm doing it the way I need to do it. So anyway, so that's why I'm going between the two. First of all, I'm trying to combine the two, which always was my intention. And when I started keto my way, that was my intention, to do it free will and intuitively and mindfully and this, but I knew that I also had to track carbs and protein. So I'm sort of like, but I'm still getting there. It doesn't matter if I go like this or if I go like this. So anyway, work went well. I brought my salads. I had my breakfast. I made that egg dish, which is delicious. Today I made it with spinach. I had my Reuben casserole for dinner because my husband promised to grill steak for me, but it wasn't there when I got home. He must have forgotten, so I was glad to have that recipe. So all in all, things are going well, and it's sort of an explanation why I go from the free will eating to the tracking, from the free will eating to the tracking. Part of it is a checks and balances system, and part of it is I really craved the structure after being the whole month of August and not having any structure at all. Maybe I'll get tired of the structure in a little bit. All I know is it worked. All I know is it worked. I didn't think I was going to hit this weight until my birthday on the 21st. So I have a new goal now. My coach said, do a goal immediately. And I knew what she meant because it was like, oh, I'm so freaked out. Like, maybe I'll go have a donut. So she said, set a new goal immediately. And I do. It's reasonable. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, listen, have a good evening. Still come to Keto My Way, the Facebook page. I have the Keto Revolution URL on there, but still come to my site. It's open. All right, listen, I'll see you later. Thank you.